Hey yo, what's going on everyone? My name is Grizzly and welcome to League Ego's India Invitational version 2.0. I'm super pumped today guys because we are on our semi-finals day. It is match day 3. We just finished wrapping up round 1 yesterday and we have our top 4 teams who are going to be fighting it out for that final spot in the finals. For those 2 spots. So in case you guys have missed this tournament so far, I'm going to give you a quick roundup. This is an 8-team knockout and the teams are playing for a big prize pool of 50,000 rupees. 50 big ones guys, 50 Gs, and all the rounds are going to be played out as best of 3s except for the finals, which is going to be a best of 5, and that is scheduled for this coming Saturday. So make sure you guys have subscribed to our YouTube channel and clicked on that bell icon as well so you get notified of when we go live. At this point, if you're new to the stream, you're probably like, hey, what's League Ego? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. And I can help you with that. We're a new esports organization and we're focused on conducting tournaments for Valorant and maybe even other titles both in the US and in India. And we really aim to create a platform for young gamers and young aspiring athletes to square off against the best of the best and even have a chance to go at one of these, some of these big prize pools. We are super committed to building the ecosystem in India, which is growing so well, and we're excited about that. And we just want to do whatever possible from our side to make things awesome for all of us. Speaking of young talent, we have a US tournament coming up next week as well, guys. That's going to be fun. A prize pool of $500, winner take all. So it is a little bit different from the India tournament in that sense. We have some fresh teams raring to go, so be sure to check out that event as well. It's going to be cast by my good friend Just Alex. It's going to be lit, guys. I also want to take a minute here to talk about our music partners, Paloma and Adil. Paloma and Adil, guys, are 2 brilliant musicians. They make experimental electronic mood music with live guitars and pop jazz vocal melodies. And if you guys are enjoying the music that you're hearing on the stream so far, please jump into the description. Their Spotify links are available. Please show them your love and support. It would mean a lot. I want to say a big thank you to Zach for tying this up. Next one, this is a big one. We are doing a massive battle pass giveaway. We're giving away 8 battle passes, guys, and the winners are going to be announced tonight. At least 4 of them are going to be announced tonight. The battle pass is still live, so you still have a chance to win because we're going to announce the next 4 winners and pick the next 4 winners only tomorrow. So you guys still have a chance to enter. All you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, join our Discord server, and comment on the battle pass post on Instagram, tagging 5 of your friends. And just like that, you will be eligible to win the battle pass as well. So the battle pass is still live very much. We're going to have 4 winners announced tonight, so I'm excited about that. And make sure you guys jump in on this action as well. With that said, folks, it is time to move into the main event for tonight. Semi-final number 1, we have Team Reckoning Esports facing off against Team FANGS. I'm super duper psyched about this game. We saw both these teams put on really impressive performances in yesterday's round 1 fixtures, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm going to stop talking now and jump straight into the game because the teams are all set, I can see, and I'll see you guys on the other side in Agent Select, so don't go anywhere. Alright folks, it looks like Agent Select is underway and I'm going to take us through these picks really quickly, and I'm very eager to see if anyone is going to pick up KO in tonight's matchup. We did see a KO pick yesterday. I was pleasantly surprised, to say the least. But taking a quick look at Reckoning Esports on the side of defense in Ascent, Orange Leaf is going to start off on the Killjoy. Looks like tonight Lost Boss is going to be on the Sova. Trist boss. This man was unleashed yesterday, guys. He was unleashed. He's
Select
on the Phoenix.
Your agent.
We got Panzer, who's going to be on the Astra once again. No changes there. And we got Jin, who's going to be on the Jet. On the side of Team FANGS, we got Kohli. It looks like he is going to be on the Astra. I think he was on the Astra in round 1 as well. If not Viper, if I'm not mistaken. We've also got B2, who's going to be on the Reyna. We've got Maverick on the Sova. Smoke A, interestingly, is now on the Killjoy. I thought he did an unbelievable job on the Jet in round 1. And we've got Cactus, who is going to be on the Jet this time around. With that, folks, it looks like we are all set to get going. I'm super psyched about this. Just a reminder, this is a best of 3. And the map pool, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be Ascent, Split, and Haven. And we've got Team Reckoning eSports defending first on Ascent, and that could be big in the context of this semi-final, folks. So yeah, it's going to be a best of 3. The teams will have a chance to give their best and maybe even try out a few different alterations on the different maps. And may the best team win. That's the hope, and I'm really hoping that we get to see some top-tier Valorant action. And I'm super happy to be bringing this for you guys. 10 seconds on the clock. We're all set to go live, guys.
Going Astro, guys, right there.
Starting things off, it looks like Team FANGS are looking like they want to push this A side. Almost every player, there you go, 5 players, all outside this A side in the pistol round. A frenzy and a couple of ghosts to work with. A couple of players have chosen to go in with the classic. Reckoning eSports here, happy to give the site away for free almost. I think it was Trist Boss here over in that tree section, just trying to be
Spike planted.
do as much damage as he could before that door closed down. I think the door will get taken down eventually. Yes, it is coming down. And now the spike has gone down as well. We're looking at a 5v5 retake, folks. Ooh, that was a good flash coming in from Trist Boss and a really good combination move from JN. But a couple of players from Team Main are going to make life very difficult for Team Reckoning eSports. But so far, they've coped well. 3 versus 2. Make that a 2 versus 2. It is down to just Smoke A and Maverick to stop this defuse. And they will do just that. Picking off those last 2 kills. Making it look a little bit easy. I'm not going to lie. Maverick up to 3 kills in the first round itself. And with that, the first round will be in the bag. It's going to be Team FANGS on the attacker side who's going to pick it up. The scoreline, folks, now moves to 1-0. And we're off the mark.
Gonna hear.
Alright, folks, start of round number 2. And once again, Team FANGS fully concentrated outside of this A main position. And interestingly, what is this? Reckoning eSports. All 4 players with... it is a full eco, guys. And all of them have actually decided to wait in mid. But interestingly enough, Team FANGS have gone once again to the A site and have managed to get a free plant, more or less.
Spike planted.
And we're going to be looking at another 5v5 retake. Doing well here, Panzer, to pick up that trade despite only having a classic. And if he can get hold of this Spectre here, that could be big. Trist Boss will get a pick.
One enemy remaining.
A reverse pick coming in from Maverick, but all of a sudden things have fallen apart. It's down to just Cactus to somehow stop this retake. We'll get 1 pick. And Lost Boss will be there to protect Jin as he defuses a spike. And that is a thrifty round in the back for Reckoning eSports. And we need to talk about how it began in mid. They held no sides. All 4 players committed to that mid push with just the classics. And I thought for a second there that a 5v5 retake with no guns on hand was not doable. But Reckoning eSports have done it. And the scoreline, folks, all level in round number 2 itself. 1-1 on the board. And as a result of that, it looks like Team FANGS, who did go in for a full buy on the second round, is now going to be forced into an eco somewhat. 3 sheriffs and a frenzy is what they're going to have to work with. On the side of Team Reckoning Esports, I can see a couple of rifles and 3 specters. That owl drone coming in from Lost Boss will give Team Reckoning Esports some indication here, and Trist Boss will get the first pick. Kohli is able to get the trade at a shot with just a frenzy, and Jin here is in a very, very advanced position. Smokey will pick up that classic kill eventually, right-clicking Lost Boss. And somehow, with just 3 sheriffs, they managed to make this into a 3v2 situation, and have now decided that it is time to make the move towards the B side, which was being held by Orange Leaf. Reckoning Esports have pulled back one more, and now things are level. FANGS B2 goes down. I think Reina was just lurking in mid.
30 seconds
This
left.
turret will be a nuisance for them to deal with.
Revealing area.
You are divided.
And looks like they will be able to get into sight thanks to this cosmic divide that
10
came in.
seconds left.
Take a look at Kohli's
Spike
position.
planted.
Take a look at Kohli's position. He is hiding there. And I think Panzer knew something was up with that. It was looking a little
One
bit
enemy
strange.
remaining.
And Reckoning Esports pulling back the kills, pulling back this retake and making it look easy. Will pick up a second round on the board for themselves as the defuse is going to come in. The scoreline, folks, with this is going to move in towards 2-1 to the side of Reckoning Esports. And Team FANGS, yes, they did have to go in with an eco, and I thought they started out brilliantly and even had a man advantage at one point. And with the loss of B2 at mid, things got all even, but that the weapon disadvantage was always there for them to deal with. In the end, Reckoning Esports were able to cope and have put away that round, as they should, because they did have, I think, 2 or 3 rifles at the start of that round. With that, I think we're going to come in with our first round of this game, where both teams are going to be coming in with full buys. So this is where things are really going to get interesting. It'll be interesting to see how Team FANGS are setting up. I can see 3 players on top mid, a couple of players on the B side, in fact. Maverick here. He knows the owl drone has come in, and Lost Boss was close by, but that shock dart did not connect. Team FANGS trying to make progress in towards this A short side. Looks like there's no one holding that close angle, so they are able to get control of that section. But this man here, Trist Boss, he is waiting to inflict some serious damage. Let's see how this works out for them. His teammate trying to make a bait sound for him. Cactus has moved in, and so has Kohli. The spike is with them. The commitment is there on towards this A side. It does appear. This smoke should help. This molly is going to do a lot of damage. Despite
Spike
that,
down
Trist
A.
Boss will walk in and get those picks. Reckoning Esports here. Team FANGS losing a lot of players there. Lost Boss is going to get spotted out both by the turret and by the recon. Maverick is the last player alive on the side of Team FANGS, and he will get taken down by Jin. A 4K from him, and Team Reckoning Esports will put away a 3rd round on the board, and the scoreline will move to 3-1, and Team FANGS have a thing or two to worry about here. I think the economies might struggle once again, so we will be seeing another save round from them quite early in the game. But it's just something they're going to have to do. But let's take a minute here, guys, to talk about the magic number. And if you guys feel like I sound like a broken record, it's because it makes sense, right? The magic number. And on a map like Ascent, that magic number could be anywhere between 4, 5, or 6 even sometimes, because it is not as unbalanced. And speaking of being lopsided, Jin there picking off Cactus from mid-air with that operator shot. Looking for another peek. Smoke A here with the frenzy is trying to challenge Jin with the operator. Jin decides that it is not worth the risk there. The op is still a heavy investment, folks, after this update. It still is a big investment, and you want to do whatever you need to
Recalling my bot.
keep that weapon safe. But for now, after losing an early pick, Team FANGS just trying to readjust, reorganize. Jin continuing to peek menacingly here in towards A main from heaven, and now the spike has moved all the way back in towards B main FANGS. Will try to play for this turret, and with those Astra utility, I think it's clear that the commitment is going to be there eventually towards this B side, and in come both the players.
30 seconds
B2
left.
will get taken down, the trade will not be there, and the spike will go down in a very difficult position. Maverick will get a nice little pick onto Panzer. I don't know if they're aware that Orange Leaf is in both houses here. They are not aware, and they will pay the price for that. Kohli trying to do his best with a frenzy, but that is no match against a Vandal. And Team Reckoning Esports will put away that round as well. The scoreline, folks, with that is going to move to 4-1. I was curious to see, guys, if there was going to be a KO pick in tonight's semi-finals. Not so far, in Ascent at least. Maybe we'll see him on Split. I'm not quite sure. I think Split is going to be the third map of this pool, the tiebreaker really. The next one's going to be at Haven. And I mean, we saw Team True Rippers. I think it was Paradox on Team True Rippers pull off an incredible performance with the KO yesterday. It made for some viewing, guys. Jin will be punished for that aggressive position with the operator. He should have dashed when he had a chance to, but now the attacker-sided Killjoy has pulled out the lockdown, and this will give them a lot of control over side. In they go. The Hunter's Fury, perhaps a tad bit late. Maybe could have even stopped that lockdown from coming
Spike
in.
planted.
He will get a pick onto Panzer as B2. Will get a pick as well. Cactus is going to pick off Orange Leaf in market. And now, Team Reckoning Esports are down to just 2 players, Trist Boss and Lost Boss. And I think the decision here is going to be to go in for that save. Team FANGS doing really well, showing a lot of aggression here, getting that first pick onto Jin.
Hey.
Lost Boss doing well here.
Last player
Not particularly with that shock dart, but Maverick, I think he was firing at Trist Boss. I don't know how he managed to flick so fast on towards Lost. And now, Trist Boss is down to 7 HP.
Careful now.
Should be alright, should be okay. So he has managed to save that weapon, and that will help. But I think Team Reckoning Esports are doing very well from an economy standpoint. As you guys can see, Jin is going to be comfortably able to pick up an operator once again. The scoreline is now at 4-2, guys. And this match is starting to get a little bit more intense.
Here.
Jin once again on the operator, misses that first shot. He will get spotted out. It's going to be difficult for him to get away, but he will somehow manage it. Cactus gets the first pick onto Trist Boss at ace shot, and that is an opening. It's an opening that they're going to exploit. They need to deal with Lost Boss here. He is simply hiding in this smoke. Check it out, guys. Kohli didn't see him come out of the smoke, and he will pick off Smoke A from behind. So one trade does come in, and now B2 is going to help with that lure. Jin has repositioned himself. And out comes the Hunter's Fury from Lost Boss. He will get a tag onto Cactus, who will updraft out of the way and survive. It's now a 4v4 situation. It does look like the spike is going to go in, and take a look at this. A lockdown coming in from the side of Team Reckoning Esports. It is Orange Leaf. And this is going to force Team FANGS to make a last minute exit from this side.
30 seconds left.
And the rotate is on. The rotate is on. Take a look at the position that B2 wants to hold. He wants to cut this off. He wants to cut off this rotation. And they were so aware that that's the intention. The spike has finally arrived at B. With 10 seconds, 10 odd seconds on the clock, the spike
10
needs to go
seconds
down,
left.
folks.
Spike
Wasn't the
planted.
safest plant in the world, but it wasn't predictable, so he wouldn't get stopped by Astra. Four v 3, 4v2. Reckoning esports coming in with the numbers.
Last player standing.
Gets one trade, but FANGS B2 is there to pick him up. Orange Leaf will be the last player. In fact, the last two players, Lost Boss and Orange Leaf. And that will be another successful retake coming in on from the side of Team Reckoning Esports. The scoreline, folks, now moves to 5-2. It's a little bit chaotic in the end, and I think the rotate was definitely on. I think the decision was a good one, but the game sense from Reckoning Esports immediately realizing that there's not just going to be a rotate, but also a lurk through mid, and not falling prey to that play there. And finally did have the number advantage as well, a 4v2 retake, and they made it count for themselves at the start of round number 8 here. Ooh, Jin, he had a lot of
Spike
targets to
down
aim
mid.
for there, but he was able to pick out Kohli and dash out without taking any damage, not to forget. Team FANGS have lost their first player. This has been a somewhat of a force buy coming in from Team FANGS. So there is some pressure on them to pick up this round, or at least give it their best shot, and perhaps search for some return on the investments into these weapons. Content now to just wait outside of A shot for any mistakes from Team Reckoning Esports. They'll be looking to punish any peak that is even slightly misplaced. But for now, I think it's looking pretty good here. And they're going to continue on towards this A side push through this shot. They have Trist Boss waiting for them.
Thirty seconds left.
Smokey will be able to make it across this opening, and now B2 with the Leer, that will help as well. A second player goes past, but he'll get picked off by Jin, who's opping from heaven, and Maverick here will spot Trist Boss trying to jump, and Jin continuing to do the damage, gets another kill.
10 seconds
10 seconds
left.
on the clock. I don't think the spike
One enemy remaining.
can be planted. Can he go for the plant? Maverick here will get a pick. I don't think he has the time. He did not have the time, and the spike going down. The round has been secured. Panzer will go ahead and pick up that kill as well. And Team Reckoning Esports, folks, have picked up another round on the board. The scoreline now moving to 6-2. And in the end, that spike plant starting just a little bit too late. And I think Jin just made sure that that spike wasn't going to go down. And with that, Team Reckoning Esports is starting to take some control of this map, folks. It's 6-2 now. And we talked about how the attacking team on a map like Ascent has a number in mind, the number of rounds that they want to take away with them into the second half. And I wonder what that number is for FANGS at this point. I'm thinking 4 or maybe even 5. But if they want to get anywhere close to that number, they are going to have to start pulling back the rounds now. A timeout has been called, so that should help. Maybe just regather their thoughts, talk through some of their plays, what's working and what's not working. And hopefully they will come back stronger. I think this is going to be somewhat of an eco round coming in from them. And meanwhile, on the side of Reckoning Esports, their economy is looking bloated. And they should be just fine for this round and maybe at the next as well. Jin here has been the standout player. We need to talk about him. He's been on the operator. Has been so good. He's been so good on the operator, guys. $12 and 4. On the side of Team FANGS, it's been Maverick here who's been looking quite clinical so far. 9 and 6 for him. And yep, just as we predicted, folks, this one is going to be an eco round, except for B2. Alright, he's gone in for a Vandal purchase. That's interesting. Is he playing a different position? No, he's right here. He's going to be at the back of the line. And maybe the call is to say, but Kohli gets a huge pick. That pick is huge. The Oppa going down here. And in comes the Blade Storm as well from Cactus. So this could be dangerous here for Team Reckoning Esports. They still have two players holding on to this A side. It is Lost Boss and Trist Boss. Cactus here searching for that pick onto Trist Boss. You can see the commitment here from Team FANGS. They don't want to throw it away. They've got a pick, and this could be huge for them. They've, I'm sure, picked up the operator as well.
You are divided.
It's going to be the Cosmic Divide that's going to be pulled off, and this does mean that they will be able to enter site without having anyone to bother them from tree. And even from heaven, but Lost Boss somehow dodging those knives from Jet will get the pick onto Jin. And now it's a 4v4 retake that Team Reckoning Esports need to figure out. The Astral Cosmic Divide is finally complete. They got a couple of players, Trist Boss and Orange Leaf, pushing in from this A3 position as Lost Boss and Panzer are making their way in from heaven. A lot of picks coming in and both players on site going down. It is down to just the last two players. Once again, it is Smoke A and Maverick through this A main position.
One enemy remaining.
And Panzer will pick up both those kills mid-diffuse, it looked like. And Team Reckoning Esports will pick up another round. And I mean, it's not surprising that they won this round because it was an eco coming in from Team FANGS. But given the way Team FANGS started out, picking off the AWPer on A main, I think that was Panzer as well.
Thanks.
You would imagine that with the weapons that they picked up, they had a fair chance to hold off in that post-plant position. But Team Reckoning Esports doing really well once again. Their retakes appear to be so well coordinated. Team FANGS has been struggling a little bit to deal with that, and hopefully things will change for them in the coming rounds. But for now, Team Reckoning Esports are starting to look pretty strong, guys. And once again, in come Team FANGS on towards this A site. That's an interesting lineup.
Placing swarm grenade.
From Smoke A, alright, and that's where it's gonna clear. The swarm grenade just allowing them to get into heaven, and now they get a plant as well. A 4v4, a 5v5 retake once again. Team FANGS, they need to be able to do this. Ooh, that shock dart, almost getting the kill onto Kohli. He is very low right now. And in comes another Cosmic Divide. The Astro Ultimate here, Maverick has taken down 3 players on his own. It is down to just B2. And he will get picked off. It's down to this Lost Boss, my apologies. And Team FANGS have done a brilliant job here with this post-plant positions. And I think it was Maverick who was on the other side of the Cosmic Divide, picking off 3 players. Take a look at that. From A Heaven. And that left just Lost Boss. And I think he had an Odin in his hands. And I'm not sure how much this new patch has changed how effective the Odin can be when you're walking. And I'm not sure if that contributed to his eventual death. But yeah, he did get taken down. And Team FANGS will surely be happy with that. A 3rd round on the board, and I'm sure they want to take this momentum in and pick up 2 more rounds at the very least. Jin here with the operator. This could be big. It will be big. Cactus is going to go down, and Jin will just dash out of that position. And now holds this heaven position here. This could be dangerous.
Nowhere to run!
Ooh, he might just get taken down. And Maverick has pulled off a brilliant move here with the Hunter's Fury. Takes down the AWPer, and this means that A site is going to be a little bit easier to take. But Trist Boss says no. Trist Boss, a 4K up close and personal, and he says no. Let's take a look at this once again, guys. I thought Team FANGS did brilliantly to get rid of Jin here with the Hunter's Fury, and perhaps that they had a chance to enter site. But take a look at what Trist Boss just did to Team FANGS. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Wow. I mean, we talked about how this man was unleashed yesterday, and these are the signs that we're starting to see once again. He's had a little bit of a quiet first half, I'm not going to lie, but that last round has just shown us what he's capable of. As we enter the last round of the first half, ooh, I think he intended to pick up the Vandal and he just missed out. In comes the Killjoy ultimate. The lockdown here is going to force these players offside surely. They need to get out of here. Orange Leaf getting spotted out in a bad position, but he gets a trade through a swarm grenade. B2 is on the Empress and looking dangerous. Fangs here pulling back picks quickly. Is down to just Trist Boss and Jin. Jin is on the Bladestorm. As Trist Boss will get taken down with a shock dart. And Jin unfortunately missing those shots. It's going to be Team FANGS who will pick up the last round in that first half. The scoreline, folks, now moving to 8-4. My apologies. It's down to just both these duelists on the side of Team Reckoning Esports. A little bit too much to do in the end. Outnumbered as well. And Maverick was there to pick up those clean picks in B main. And with that scoreline moving to 8-4, the question is, are 4 rounds enough for Team FANGS? Does that do the trick? And are they going to be strong enough on the side of defense to fight back and go closer to that 13 round mark? Looks like it is going to be a technical pause coming in from the side of, I believe it was Team Reckoning Esports, and this does give us a chance to take a quick look at the scoreboards. And there you go. Maverick has been quite impressive so far. He has picked up a couple of impact kills, is what I would call them. And he's on 15-9 right now, feeling pretty good about himself. On the side of Team Reckoning Esports, it is going to be Jin who's going to be on the top of that kill board with 13 and 8. Panzer's not far behind as well, 12 and 7. And look at that assist count, 7 assists from him. Trist Boss here with 9 and 8. And it's funny when you think about 4 of those kills came in one round. So he has had somewhat of a quiet half because we know what he's capable of, and we've seen him do that yesterday. I'm also very interested to see Smokey on the Killjoy because he was on the Jet in round 1, and I thought he was playing brilliantly. He was aggressive, he was brash sometimes, he was almost fearless.
Bomb grenade out.
And on the Killjoy here, he needs to be clinical. Holding down this A site for now. Some presence from Team Reckoning Esports. Oh dear, that turret can be so annoying. It can be so annoying. Trist Boss gets reduced to 64 HP. He will be able to heal up, so no damage done. He needs to get a couple of picks here if they have any intention of walking in towards this A site. Gets a pick onto Kohli. Gets a second pick as well. Trist Boss here. He's looking dangerous. A good start to this first half. Gets a third. In fact, that's going to be Panzer who takes that kill. And with the help of those 3 picks, Team Reckoning Esports have taken firm control of A side. It is down to just Maverick and B2 here to navigate this retake. In fact, it's just going to be down to B2 because Maverick is going to get picked off by Orange Leaf on a shot. 1v4. A ghost in his hands. 82 HP. It's always going to be too difficult for him. In the end, it's going to be Team Reckoning Esports who will pull off the first round in this second half. And we've talked about how pivotal the pistol round can be in Valorant games. And the scoreline, folks, is going to be moving up to 9-4.
I gotta visit the Astral to place some stars.
Too much to do in the end for B2 and Maverick perhaps choosing to go through that A shot. Not working out for them. But I think credit to Trist Boss for the patience he displayed on A shot. He picked his moment to go in for the fight. I think he was aware that there were more than a couple of people there to deal with, and timed his peak to perfection. Got the first kill, gets the second kill with the flash, and then with the help of Panzer, got a lot of control of A side. Round number 15, I believe it is. A 14, my apologies. And a full buys coming in from the side of Team Reckoning Esports. What's that? Did Trispos just get a molly kill? It does look like he has. He just picked up a molly kill. It was Kohli who went down. And with that, looks like the move is going to come in towards the B side, but Cactus. Ooh, he could have been more dangerous there. He could have been more dangerous with that shot. He got a kill back. But the trades were very, very quick, and Smokey here struggling to break this turret. The turret can be annoying, folks. It can be. It really breaks the momentum. And now the molly coming in from Trish Boss. This could be the end for Smokey. Trish Boss will hunt him down for that kill. A 10th round on the board. Scoreline, folks, now moves to 10-4. And the Team Reckoning Esports will be looking forward to putting away this bonus round as well. And meanwhile, Team FANGS surely must be thinking to themselves, now is the time to show up. 10-4 is our first gun round. And if there's any hope for a momentum shift, it needs to start now. Now is the time. This is the round that they need to show up. So let's take a look at the guns. They got all 5 rifles, and on the side of Team Reckoning Esports, we got a couple of Spectres and a Bulldog. Respectable weapons, but obviously inferior to the Vandals and the Phantoms that Team FANGS have in their hands.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Now the running back coming in from Trist Boss. Jin is there to support as well. He knows there are a couple of players in CT. Smokey will shut down the running back. Jin is not able to take the trade. As Smokey will pick off Jin as well, but Orange Leaf and Trist Boss getting into the site, and the spike will go down.
Spike planted.
And that's what the running back can do for you. Even if you do lose a gunfight, it allows your team to push onto site, and as a result of that, Team FANGS do have the man disadvantage. Ooh, FANGS B2 here has picked up a kill through a wall bang thanks to that Sova recon.
Last player standing. One
So
enemy
1v1
remaining.
here. And B2 is gonna be the one who comes out on top. A 3 kill in the end for him. Very nicely wrapped up. A 5th round should be in the bag for Team FANGS here. And it was a slightly chaotic retake, I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of picks going down. And that Sova recon was so well timed. In the end, he had to whip out his classic, and boom! That classic right click never gets old. Scoreline is now, folks, 10-5. And we talked about FANGS needing to start this reconstruction of their comeback, and I think they've showed up and done exactly what was needed. They did lose 4 players though in that round, and what that means is that even though they won that round, they are going to be going in for somewhat of a scattered buy. I see a Judge, a couple of Spectres, and 2 rifles, but on the side of Team Reckoning Esports, they're coming in with a full buy round here. Trispos looking menacingly from this angle, searching for someone to make the mistake and peek, and they've got 2 players here, FANGS. Trispos needs to be careful. Jin here has also made his way in through A shot, but he got spotted out by the Owl drone from Maverick. That has delayed proceedings just a little bit. What it has also done is that it has changed the focus of Jin. Oh, B2. He should have probably got that pick here. But Trispos comes out on top of that
Revealing area.
gunfight, and take a look at this. The Cosmic Divide is not going to show them the position of Smokey, and he could do a lot of damage here. Choosing to just fall back for now. Maverick will get the pick onto B main. It's now a 4v4 situation. Reckoning Esports have control of the spike. Trispos here trying to be a nuisance. More players going down. It's a 2v2. Smokey is going to try and stop that spike from going down. 20 seconds still on the clock as Cactus here arriving from CT.
Spike planted.
2v2 retake. Is it going to be a quick one?
Last player standing.
Panzer will take down Cactus here in second lane. Smokey has a lot of work to do now. Jin is holding this angle.
remaining.
Ooh, Smokey gets a wallbang pick onto Panzer, but Jin is going to return the favor through that same wall. And Team Reckoning Esports will come out on top. And interesting that they got a pick on Vines, guys. And they reached a point where Trispos even threw a flash into A main. And it was from that point on that they made the rotate. And it's... that is some big brain gameplay, folks. Showing that they were committing to site with the use of so much utility and then making that rotate over to the B side definitely made things easier for them. And I mean, take nothing away from Team FANGS. He was aware. Orange Leaf was very much aware of that possibility. Not Orange Leaf, my apologies. The kills are on the side of Team FANGS. Smokey, he was aware.
Joke's over! You're dead!
But it was the cosmic divide that really allowed them to enter. And now Team FANGS are going to be coming in with an eco round here, and picks are falling quickly. Jin and Trispos casually walking onto site and taking control. The plant's going to go down very early this time around.
Concealment.
And with no weapons in their hands, Team FANGS need to somehow work out this 3v5 retake.
Right here.
Smokey is in for a surprise once this smoke ends.
One enemy
He
remaining.
gets a pick actually onto Jin before he gets traded out by Lost Boss. It's down to just Kohli.
Without obscuring vision.
It's not the best gun to have in this kind of a situation, is it? Tries to get the pick onto Orange Leaf, but the Bulldog is going to come out on top of the shorty in that situation. The scoreline now moving to 12-5.
Match point.
And that means we are at match point for map number 1 of this first semi-final in our League Ego India Invitational version 2.0. Team Reckoning Esports are looking really strong, guys. They are looking really strong. 12-5 Team FANGS. Can they construct a comeback from here? It's not impossible. I will still say that. A quick look at their economies. Cactus has a stinger in his hand, but he should be okay because the Blade Storm is an option. Kohli also with a Spectre and SMG. And the turret just getting dragged into the...
Turrets destroyed.
Astro Orb here.
You should run.
Smokey is going to get spotted out. And as the attacker side is Killjoy, lockdown is still counting down. Jin is going to just jump in and take a couple of kills and take control of B side. And Team Reckoning Esports have got a couple of picks and the spike has gone down, and now Team FANGS have to somehow work out a 3v5 retake. He needs to move faster. The turret's going to spot him out. It's a very good move to do that. Could not land the second pick, and that was critical. It is down to just Maverick. He is in market and he's so outnumbered. It's a 1v4 situation, folks. This could be it. Gets one pick though. It's not impossible. And Trist Boss is going to hold that position from CT. And with that, folks, it looks like we are done and dusted with map number 1. And it's going to be Team Reckoning Esports who have picked up that map. So a 13-5 scoreline. Team FANGS' Maverick was really starting to pop off. And in fact, he is going to be the match MVP for this one. The map MVP at least. And Trist Boss. Once again, finding his form, 19 and 10, 294 the average combat score, doing really well. But I think the key statistic there is the 5 first bloods that he got for his team. And I think that's what makes the difference as duelists. Jin was not far behind, or JN, if I'm saying his name wrong, my apologies. With those 4 first bloods, was also doing exactly what they needed. And on the side of Team FANGS, if you just take a look at their duelists, their Reyna and Cactus just sort of somehow struggled to get those first picks. And sometimes that can make all the difference for your team. But in the end, it was Team Reckoning Esports who put away the first map, folks. We're going to head over now to the next map. I'm going to go in for a short break, in fact. But before going for that break, I just want to remind you guys that the Battle Pass event is live right now. And we are going to be announcing 4 winners tonight, folks. And 4 more winners tomorrow who are not yet picked, which means that you still have a chance to win. All you got to do is follow us on Instagram, join our Discord server, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave a comment on the Battle Pass post on Instagram, tagging 5 of your friends, and you will be eligible to win that one of those 8 Battle Passes. We're giving away 8. So make sure you do that. We're going to go in for a quick break. On the other side, we're going to come back with map number 2, so don't go anywhere.
We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, it's slipping away from me. It's getting hard to breathe. My dreams are calling my mind. We're all sure that those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done. Things are going downhill like Orwell's 1984. Big brother, if you're watching, then I'm sick of keeping score. Losing myself to all the things I can't control. I'm tired of waiting for more. My dreams are dying, calling my mind. We're all sure that those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done. Those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, it's slipping away from me. It's getting hard to breathe. My dreams are calling my mind. We're all sure that those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, it's slipping away from me. It's getting hard to breathe. My dreams are
Alright folks, it is time for map number 2. After a strong performance from Team Reckoning Esports in map number 1, Ascent is in the bag for them and they are one step towards the grand finals tomorrow, guys. Unless Team FANGS has something to say about that. Everyone is in the lobby, folks. We are all set to get going. The next map is going to be Haven, and it's going to be Team FANGS who's going to be defending first this time around on Haven. It's going to be a tricky one for them to work out. But let's get straight into the game, guys. I think we're all set to go, and I'll see you all on the other side in Agent Select. Okay guys, the Agent Select is almost over. We're going to walk through the lineups for you guys. Cactus is going to continue to be on the Jet for Team FANGS. Smokey has now switched over to the Phoenix. I like to see this. Kohli is now continues to be, I think he's the designated controller, this man, for Team FANGS, and he plays that role so well for them. Maverick is going to be on the Sova once again, no changes there. And Headshot Machine, a change in roster coming in for Team FANGS. Headshot Machine is going to be the one who's going to come in on the Cypher. So a typical composition for Team FANGS: 2 duelists, 1 controller, an initiator and a sentinel. I think that looks pretty solid. On the side of Team Reckoning Esports, we've got Jin on the Jet. Lost Boss is going to be on the Breach, and I think I've seen him play on the Breach in round 1 as well. We've got Panzer continuing to be on the Astra, and Orange Leaf is going to switch over now to the Cypher. He was on the Killjoy last time around. And Trist Boss is going to be on the Raze, and that should be a lot of fun for us to watch. Still no KO pick in the semi-finals so far, and I guess that's that. I was a little bit excited. Guys, there is another team who played KO yesterday, and their match is at 10 PM tonight, so I'm actually looking forward to it. But yeah, for now, it looks like we are more or less set for this match to get going. So let's go ahead and take a look at how the teams are positioning themselves. And a lot of players outside of C, and it looks like it is going to be a C-sided push. But just one lurker, Orange Leaf, is going to be on the A side and just setting up his stuff so he can sort of monitor or control this part of the map. And meanwhile, what did I just see? Trist Boss continuing his good vein of form into this map as well. The first round, picking up a couple of important kills. And Team FANGS find themselves in a 3v5 retake. First up, 4 players playing on site here for Team Reckoning Esports. Maverick here just making sure that there is no one hiding in that corner. The aftershock coming in from Lost Boss. What happened there? Cactus just resetting his aim, going back after missing those first few shots. Boss continuing to be dangerous
Enemy
here.
remaining.
A 4th kill for him. The last player from Team FANGS is going to be Smoke A, and I think he's going to be hunted down here, folks. It's Boss who's running in for the ace. And it's going to be Orange Leaf who picks up that last kill. A flawless round in the bag for Team Reckoning Esports to start things off. Starting with a strong statement early on Haven. And Team FANGS need to maintain their composure here. They can't be bogged down, or they can't be intimidated by this kind of a push coming in from Team Reckoning Esports. They need to hold their own. And even though this round is going to be an eco, let me confirm that for you guys. It is going to be an eco for them once again. A couple of shorties in play from Cactus and Cody. We'll see how they put that to use. But on the side of Team Reckoning Esports, an identical approach this time around as well. 4 players going to be pushing towards this C side. And alright, headshot machine. Okay. Kohli here somehow missing those shorty shots, and Lost Boss is there to pick up that kill even though he is down to 6 HP.
1 enemy remaining.
Picks are falling fast here. It is down to just the last player. It is Cactus. He also has a shorty. It's not the best weapon if you're wanting to do a 1v5 retake, and I think he realizes that. He's going to get a useful pick here if Jin makes the mistake of peeking him and gets a Spectre. Alright, game on maybe. 22 HP though. Boosting himself up on this wall. And sounds coming in from behind. Orange Leaf. Cactus spotting him out, but it was too late, and Orange Leaf will get that kill as Team Reckoning Esports will put away another round in the bag, and the scoreline will now move to 2-0. It'll be interesting to see how Team FANGS are going to position themselves for this 3rd round. It's their first gun round, and Headshot Machine, who is on the Cypher, is going to be holding down this C side. So I'm hoping to see some sort of resistance from Team FANGS here towards this aggression that Team Reckoning Esports is continually showing on this C side. And once again, with this Breach and Jet combination, making the dash in as Jin gets a pick on the Headshot Machine. Kohli will get the trade. Gets a second as well. Kohli doing a lot of damage here. And Panzer will eventually get his kill. So very even round here. It's a 3 versus 3 retake. Cactus gets a pick onto Boss. Panzer will get the trade. Smoke A will flash out of this Astra smoke. A 2 versus 2 Orange Leaf is in C long. Folks, the spike never went down. The spike never went down. So Panzer actually with the spike has rotated all the way back towards this A side. And Team FANGS is Smoke A and Maverick, I think, only now realizing that. Or perhaps not realizing that yet. As the spike plant is going to go down, and I'm curious to see when they realize.
Spike planted.
Yep. I think that did it. And making their way in towards the CT side is Maverick and Smoke A. They need to play this one together. There's not much utility to work with. Smoke A does have a flash. Needs to make that flash count. Maverick gets dinged by Orange Leaf through that wall in heaven. And nearly getting taken down fully as well. The flash is going to blind Orange Leaf completely. Should be an easy kill for Smoke A. How has he missed those shots? And Orange Leaf, despite getting flashed, has somehow picked up that kill. And Team FANGS will be a little bit hard done by that. But for now, Team Reckoning Esports will put away a 3rd round on the board. As Maverick here, down to 33 HP, has made the decision to make the save, and a good one at that probably. Take a look at the team's economies. It's going to be a full save round coming in from them, or in fact, it's going to be a force. Well, it makes sense because Maverick did save a Vandal, so The economy is not looking great overall, guys, but Reckoning Esports are starting to look strong once again on this map.
I'm going up.
They've done the same thing pretty much all the rounds so far. They got 4 players outside of C, and they got 1 player who's just waiting. It's Cypher who's outside of A, just trying to get some control. And this time around, though, an interesting crossfire setup here from Team FANGS. Headshot Machine will get a kill, but gets traded out. And at the loss of just 1 player, Team Reckoning Esports are going to put down the spike on C side.
Spike
And Team FANGS
planted.
now need to figure out a 3v4 retake. What's worse, they don't have guns. Well, except for Maverick, he does have a Vandal from the last round. And I won't be surprised if he goes in for a save, but
Last
Twist
player
Boss
standing.
with that judge will continue to do the damage and picks up another round for the team. The scoreline now moving to 4-0, and maybe this time around we will see Team FANGS going in for a better buy thanks to what they did last time around. Even Maverick, who actually did save, has managed to pick up a Phantom. So that's good news for Team Maverick, but they need to somehow figure out how to stop this seaside rush. 4 rounds back to back, and this is what it does to your mindset, right? 4 rounds back to back. Team Reckoning Esports have pushed seaside, and now Team FANGS are thinking, hey, we need some more protection at seaside. So they got a couple of players on site. They got Astra on Garage, they got Sova in B. And what does Team Reckoning Esports do? They're gonna rush A side. And Twist Boss here does have the Showstopper as an option, so if he can somehow land the pick onto Headshot Machine, who is currently holding this spot in heaven, trying to use his camera for information, and he had a chance to take a couple of kills there with that spot. Twist Boss will eventually shoot that Showstopper into a CT side and gets a pick. Orange Leaf gets a pick onto Headshot Machine. That's the Cypher going down on the side. And now once again, Team FANGS outnumbered 3 versus 4. Team Reckoning Esports are looking clinical. They're looking so good. They're not making a mistake. They're not putting a foot wrong. And Team FANGS struggling just a little bit to cope with this. And are choosing now to go in for the save at 4-0. And wise choice there. They cannot afford to lose more economy and be put in a bad situation there. I'm a little bit worried for Kohli here. He's decided to move out late, but I think he should be okay because all 4 players, all 5 players of Team Reckoning Esports are going to be able to save their weapons as well. And their economy continues to boom. With that round, guys, the scoreline now moves to 5-0. Team FANGS needs to show up here. They need to come up with the goods. Or Team Reckoning Esports is making it look easy, really, and then already a map in the bag. Let's not forget, it is a best of 3, guys, and if they win this map, they will secure that first spot in the grand finals for tomorrow. So there is a lot to play for. There is a lot at stake. So Team FANGS need to figure out their defense here. What are they going to do to stop this onslaught from Team Reckoning Esports? They're doing okay for buys. I see Headshot Machine is on a half shield, but that should be okay. And Cactus here. Take a look at what Cactus has done. He has pushed out of B main.
Here.
B site, my apologies. He did catch a glimpse of Orange Leaf, but is not going to be able to capitalize there. And once again, Team Reckoning Esports have made their way in. Kohli gets a pick onto Twist Boss. This could be big. Ooh, Smokey here was on his run it back. That was a really good flash, but I think that's the second time we are seeing him successfully flash a player, but not being able to take them down. Panzer, meanwhile, picks off both Kohli and Cactus in Garage. And that number advantage that Team FANGS were enjoying has suddenly been completely nullified.
Last player standing.
Smokey will land the pick on to Lost Boss, and now it's down to just Panzer. He will get picked up as well, and Smokey redeeming himself after missing those initial shots. Gets those 2 picks, and Team FANGS are finally off the mark. They are breathing a sigh of relief right now. You guys can't hear it, but I know they are breathing a sigh of relief right now. 5-1, folks. They put up their first round on the board, and maybe, just maybe, this could be the start of a comeback.
That goes there. This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do.
Alright, round number 7. And Team Reckoning Esports changing things around just a little bit. A lot of presence shown in towards this A site. Cactus here is holding a very fine angle. Panzer is going to come face to face in just a second. Holding an off angle here. Cactus will get one pick. And what a pull from...
Spike down A.
What a pull from Kohli here. And that defense this time around has held its own. They've managed to get control of the spike as well, but Cactus perhaps over pushing just a little bit gets picked off here by Lost Boss. Smokey has firm control of the site. And Trist Boss not checking the right angle, making a whole bunch of noise. Will get taken down. Jin here will get a trade onto Headshot Machine. We're now looking at a 2v2. Lost Boss is trying his best to get his spike back. Needs to worry about Smokey.
Last player standing.
Ooh, I think he did not spot Smokey, just boosting himself up. 8 bullets in the mag. Can he take down Jin as well? Yes, he can. He can. And Team FANGS will register round number 2 for themselves on the board. The scoreline now moving to 5-2. Feeling a bit better about themselves, surely. This will do wonders to their confidence, guys. 2-5 on the scoreboard. This game's not over yet, guys, and I know Team Reckoning Esports was starting to look like they were running away with it, but that's just the kind of game Valorant is, and especially on a map like Haven, which is widely regarded as being a little bit favoring the attacking team, more or less. So that initial momentum now being curbed to some effect by Team FANGS. And once again, showing a lot of presence in towards this A side. Lost Boss along with Trist Boss. This Breach and Raze combo.
Enemy tagged.
Maverick will get a view of Trist Boss. But elsewhere in C long, Cactus has picked off Jin with the Operator. And finally, he's managed to get his hands on the Operator. And this could be big as well. It took 7 rounds here for him to do that. Trist Boss here will get a pick. And I think Smokey somehow flashed himself. Trist Boss is looking so dangerous here. Has picked up a couple of kills. Nullifying whatever good work Cactus has done over at C. And after doing that, and after forcing the rotation in towards the A side, are now contemplating going back towards C. And Cactus has their number though. Cactus is aware that that is a possibility and he's going back. He's making sure that that's not going to happen. His Operator could be huge. The Blaze Storm is an option as well.
30 seconds left.
He is going to make contact very, very soon. Cactus gets the first pick. Ooh, picking the wrong side, and Lost Boss will get the trade onto him.
Cage.
10 seconds left.
2v3 retake that Team
Spike planted.
FANGS needs to work out here.
Last
What a
player
position. Headshot Machine was in such a good position. If only he had spotted Lost Boss earlier, things would have turned out completely differently. But for now, Team Reckoning Esports have picked up that round. It is going to be a 6th round on the board for them, folks. The scoreline will move to 6-2. And talking about that magic number on Haven, surely the magic number on Haven is high. As an attacker-sided team starting out on attack on the first half, maybe it's 7, guys. Just want to put that out there. Maybe it's 7. And which means Reckoning Esports probably just need to pick up a round or 2 more. They're giving themselves a really good chance at finishing this match early, not even going in towards the 3rd pick. And Maverick here is going to punish Jin for that aggression, getting trapped in the Cypher tripwire. Thank you, the new patch. Slowing things down just a little bit.
Where is
After losing Jin,
hiding?
and Headshot Machine is going to pull out the neural theft. And that is going to tell him that 3 players are still outside C, and Team Reckoning Esports have every intention of pushing the C side. Meanwhile, Cactus here on the wraparound
Spike
with
down,
his
C.
ultimate. The Blade Storm making it count is down to just Trist Boss. I think he has too much on his hands. Gets 1 kill though.
Thrifty.
And Cactus with the updraft and the Blade Storm will pick up a 4K, a thrifty round coming in for Team FANGS. And this is the kind of brilliance that they need. That moment of inspiration could just be the turning point for Team FANGS. If they pull back 3 rounds here, guys, and if they are able to finish the first half at 6-6, I mean, it's still anyone's game. It is still anyone's game.
Yes, this should do.
Team Reckoning Esports have been so comfortable, and there you go. This is the first time in this entire map that I'm seeing them go in for an eco buy. And it is going to be JN, and it's not going to bother them too much because he does have the Blade Storm as an option. You just heard the sound cue. And Trist, boss, what are you doing? That aggression, it did not work. Cactus took him down. Shuts down the showstopper, picks up Jin as well. Lost Boss will eventually get the trade. Smokey is here as well. Ooh, he misses his shots and gets picked off by Panzer. Now, 4v3.
Tag.
Reckoning Esports. A little bit outnumbered. Lost Boss does have the spike still. And he is on B side.
Blocking vision.
Headshot machine will get another pick. This means Reckoning Esports are down to just their last 2 players. Panzer and Trist Boss. And Lost Boss, my apologies.
Last
Lost Boss will
player
get a pick.
standing.
Gets traded out. Spike goes down. Panzer will punish Kohli, but Smoke A is there to pick up the trade, and Team FANGS will put another round on the board. The scoreline, folks, now moving to 4-6.
Here.
A good headshot from Panzer here to find Kohli, but had to turn around, and Smokey was waiting for him, and perhaps just a little bit quick there. And in the end, perhaps prematurely pushing into B side. I'm not sure. I mean, I think they needed a pick, or they needed some incentive to move in towards that B side, and I think it just wasn't there. A little bit early, and speaking of early, they are pushing in towards this A side, and Smokey gets a useful pick onto Panzer. Maverick gets a second pick as well. Trispos is there to take the trade. Reckoning Esports losing their way, perhaps just a little bit. A couple of early losses. They managed to retrieve the spike. It is on
I know exactly
Orange
where
Leaf.
you are.
And there comes the neural theft, confirming to them that there are a couple of players on A side still. And interestingly, I did notice Trist Boss trying to simulate a move back with those sound cues. Is going to come face to face very, very soon with Smokey.
Off your feet!
And there you go. It was just a matter of when. Lost Boss pulls out the Rolling Thunder. It has not connected with Kohli, and that could be dangerous for them. It hasn't connected with Smokey
Spike down
either. It
A.
looks like the spike will go down. And now, a 4v take should be easy peasy for Team FANGS. Lost Boss will try his best to keep flashing from this position. He only has 1 flash though. Again, thanks to the new patch.
Remaining.
Headshot machine will pick up Lost Boss. Trist Boss gets a trade, but that's just about it. And Kohli will be there to pick up that final kill. And Team FANGS are on their way to lodge, to post, a register, a 5th round on the board. 6-5. This is the comeback that we were hoping to see. This is the comeback that all the FANGS fans would have wanted
Last
in the chat.
round in the
And now
half.
we're down to our last round in the first half, folks. 5-6. It is anyone's game still. A quick review of the economies does show us that Reckoning Esports eventually did face an economy situation, and in this last round I can see a couple of half shields and a Spectre coming in as well. But on the side of Team FANGS, they have been able to recover that economy really well. Cactus will pull out that operator once again.
Keep up. Go get him.
Showing a lot of aggression towards garage here early on. Trist Boss is already in. Will get taken down by Cactus, who was watching from platform on Seaside.
No hard feet. Give me a corpse.
The smoke disappears, and Headshot Machine was there to pick him up.
Where is
Headshot
Spike down
Machine,
mid.
living up to his name, gets another pick onto Panzer, and now Reckoning Esports are in trouble. They are in trouble. Down to 2 players. Cactus, what are you doing, Cactus?
Enemy remaining.
You cannot do that, Cactus. You cannot do that. He's just pushing out onto greens. And that will be the round. Cactus with a 3K, folks. And Team Fangs have done brilliantly to pull back this first half. Was it
Switching
6-0?
sides.
I think it was 5-0. I think it was 5-0. And from 5-0, Team Fangs and Cactus, you're a madman, dude. Take a look at this. A flawless victory to end that first half. And we talked about momentum earlier on, and we saw Team Fangs itself do this in the last game. I don't quite remember who their opponents were in the first round, but they did have a slow start. I think it was SL eSports. And I think they had a really slow start. And at the end of that first half, they really started to pick up and strung a few back-to-back rounds, 3 or 4 rounds, and that momentum translates really well into your second half. And we're gonna see if that's the case once again here. Definitely looking like an A-side push. Jin is holding this angle. This should be useful. Trispos, what? Trispos has got a util kill already. I think he's holding A shot. Team Fangs still very much committed to this push. Cactus will get the pick onto Jin. That could have been dangerous for them. Trispos will get picked off as well, and Team Fangs are showing the firepower that they have what it takes. They need to deal with this player though. Lost Boss is still on site. If he pulls out a flash now, it could be dangerous.
One enemy remaining.
Gets one pick, but eventually will get picked off, and now it is down to just Orange Leaf.
One enemy remaining.
Ooh. I think Smokey landed a headshot on him, but thanks to the light shield here and the Spectre buy, Orange Leaf comes out on top. It's a 1v1. Ooh, that should have been the end there. Maverick
Standing ahead.
should have picked off
Them.
Orange Leaf there. Now Orange Leaf is going for the defuse. He's gonna stick half. And Maverick is going to come out on top of that gunfight, and I think he just noticed now that the half defuse was done already, and he will be happy. Team Fangs, my apologies, will pick up round number 1. And missing that first shot, but Maverick doing really well there. In the end with a classic right click. There you go. And Team Fangs starting well, making a statement that they want to win this map. Have picked up the first round. Let's take a quick look at the economies, and Team Reckoning Esports are going to be trying and defending this with a couple of shorties and a sheriff and a couple of classics on the side of Team Fangs. No surprises whatsoever. Full buys across the board. Full shields, 4 specters, and even a bulldog in the hands of them. Very cautious approach here from Team Fangs. They do have a huge weapon advantage. Maybe they're expecting that Team Reckoning Esports was going to force buy and force the issue. It isn't the case. A lot of picks falling very, very quickly. A headshot machine and Maverick. Gets a handy pick here, but that's all the damage he's going to be able to do. It's down to just Lost Boss. He does have a sheriff, and unless he does something spectacular and unimaginable, this should be a second round in the second half for Team Fangs. He will be taken down, and Team Fangs, with a full buy coming in the second round of the second half, will pick up an 8th round for themselves. And from a scoreline of 5-0, folks, look at how the tables have turned. Team Fangs are now looking on the better side of a scoreline of 8-6. And they were on the wrong end of 5-0, make no mistake. They were 5 rounds down. And that just speaks about the character and the mental strength and the toughness that these guys exhibit to come back from a losing position and find that rhythm, find that confidence. Team Reckoning Esports here, however, will have a thing or two to say about this. A full buy round coming in from them. Take a look at this flash here, suspecting that somebody is A-shot, but no. Team Fangs have actually, on this bonus round, wanting to move in towards this seaside. This is an interesting one-way Cypher cage from Orange Leaf. A lot of utility being thrown at him right now to make him weak, but he does get tagged as well. That aftershock coming in from Lost Boss. And Team FANGS deciding that you don't want to push a site that Cypher's holding down. Wise choice if you ask me. Kohli seems to have taken a dink from somewhere. He's down to 25 HP. And they do have a pleasant surprise waiting for them if they decide to push in towards this A side. It was Jin who was just waiting for them. He dashes back though now that he hears the
30
rush.
seconds left.
And with 28 seconds on the clock, Team FANGS need to commit here. They have a decision to make. A couple of players holding on. The run it back is going to be pulled out from Smoke A. Get a pick, get a second pick as well. Trade coming quick and fast. 14 seconds on the clock. That spike needs to go down. Are you guys seeing this action? A 3v3 retake is going to be on the cards here for Reckoning Esports. Lost Boss is in heaven. Panzer. Ooh, that Phoenix flash from Smoke A was unfortunate, and now it is down to just headshot machine, and Team Reckoning Esports have completed that retake and will be able to put away the first round in the second half, folks. The scoreline now moving to 8-7. We gotta talk about that misplaced flash from Phoenix. I think it was Smoke A. He was watching CT, and perhaps it's not an agent that he's familiar with, because I did see him completely, absolutely popping off on the jet in round 1, and we saw him on the Killjoy in the first map today. And interesting pick that he's gone with Phoenix. A couple of misplaced flashes from him. I saw another instance where he wasn't able to capitalize onto a flashed opponent. And that last round was very unfortunate, where he just sort of flashed himself. And Trist Boss, what's this guy up to? Another utility kill. And it does look like Team FANGS have lost a player early on to that nade from Trist Boss. They do seem to have the B site in mind. It's not going to be easy. It's currently being held by Lost Boss from A-Link and Panzer from C-Link. A cagey approach, to say the least, in this second half. Team FANGS, at least, they know what's up for grabs. And if they don't get their strategies sorted out, if they don't get their coordination sorted out, they could be on their way out of this tournament, folks. So there is a lot to play for, and Team FANGS have decided that now is the moment that they want to rush onto this side. Smoke A will get a pick onto Panzer. There is another player. It is Trist Boss. He will get taken down, and that flash was beautiful. And Smoke A, forget whatever I said about him, has just picked up 4 kills through this A-Link, and that flash was huge. That flash was huge. And just like that, Team Reckoning Esports find themselves down to just Orange Leaf, having to deal with a 1v3 retake. He's going to come face to face. This could be an ace coming in. He has spotted out Kohli though. He does not know that Smoke A is waiting for him in the corner, and Smoke A has just pulled off an ace. We literally just talked about him and how I felt he does better in a duelist role. The replay here just shows the last kill, folks, but he was absolutely instrumental in getting control of that B side, especially towards that A-Link, that flash, helping his teammates, getting those picks, and an ace in the semi-finals here of the League Ego India Invitational. Wow. Some top-tier Valorant, guys. Top-tier talent. That's what Valorant. That's what we're watching right now. Top-tier Valorant, not Talorant. Valorant. And Jin here. Speaking of top-tier Valorant, ooh, with this Blade Storm, can create a lot of trouble for Team FANGS if they don't spot him out early. Him along with Orange Leaf is going to bait himself out first. It does appear. There you go. And now they are not aware that there's another player here getting the first pick. But Smoke
I know
A
exactly
was
where you
good
are.
enough to get that trade. And now the neural theft being pulled out as well. So Team FANGS are aware
Spike drop.
of the team positions. And take a look at this. Cactus has gone all the way in towards A Heaven in a very advanced position and create a lot of problems here for Team Reckoning Esport as they realize that the spike is eventually going to go down on the A site.
Spike planted.
Panzer, he took out his knife because he did not expect anyone to be there, but Smokey, you sneaky little thing. He has a couple of things to worry about. Namely Trist Boss and Lost Boss. Lost Boss should not have missed that. Should not have missed that. And Trist Boss, what? Using his satchel to jump in with the shorty and has picked up a Vandal. And I think the discussion that they're having right now is, do we need to go in for this retake? Do we need to go in for this retake? Or do we just save this Vandal? And there you go. Trist Boss gets a gun as well. And perhaps they're just better off saving both these rifles, and FANGS realizing what that's going to do to help their economy, and they know the round is already in the bag, but they want to go and hunt these guys down. They don't want to allow for the save, but I think they've chosen positions very, very wisely here. Both in C cubby. Almost. And Team FANGS will pick up round number 10 for themselves. Scoreline, folks, now moving to 10-7. And Team Reckoning Esports. Surely there's some anxiety in the Reckoning Esports camp right now. Starting off this map number 2 with such authority, and I thought they were just going to run away with it, and maybe we're going to see a 2-0 shutdown in the semi-final. But Team FANGS saying no, we're here to play as well. Round number 18 in this game, folks. Team FANGS starting things off. Couple of players here at C. 3 players, in fact, and they do have a couple of players waiting outside this A side.
You're dead.
And Cactus is holding an interesting position. Just waiting for that
You are
impatient
divided.
defender in case they make the push in. And I think it's going to be a full-fledged fake in towards the C side with the use of a Rolling Thunder as well. And what that has done is that it has allowed Cactus to move in, but
Spike down
Jin
A.
was aware. Jin is there to bring that firepower in and save this A side from being taken down. That operator being put to very, very good use. This boss is around as
planted.
well. As soon as the smoke fades, someone's going to get a bullet in the heads for sure. The showstopper is going to connect. Gets one pick. He knows another player is under heaven.
Last player standing.
FANGS Kohli is looking so good. A 1v1. And it's going to be Jin from Reckoning Esports who comes out on top, and looks like Team Reckoning Esports have pulled off that round of 4K in the end coming in from him. And I thought when Trist was pulled out that showstopper and connected here, it was going to be done and dusted, but FANGS Kohli doing really well to pick off those 2 kills. In the end, just getting cornered because of that boom bot running out of ammo as well. And Jin was fast enough to pull out his Spectre and do the damage and get the job done. A 4K, 2 op shots as the players were entering. And just to remind you guys, I mean, Team FANGS played that one really well, guys. There was a full-blown commitment towards C-side with the use of an ult, complete with the use of the Rolling Thunder, to convince Team Reckoning Esports that it's going to be a C-side push, only for them to realize that the spike is at A-side. So Reckoning Esports doing well to adjust, and speaking of doing well, here's Jin once again continuing to be so destructive with that operator. He takes down the operator of... So interesting, Reckoning Esports here picking up an operator as well. It's a huge burden on your economy, so you need to make it count. And Jin is now repositioned conveniently to this particular angle.
Nowhere to run.
It's going to be Smokey who has picked up the operator now, and in comes the Hunter's Fury searching for Jin. I don't think he connected. Team FANGS down now to just 4 players. KG approach once again from them. They know what's at stake. They can't afford to put another foot around. They've already lost a player. And I think they've decided to ditch the op eventually. Coming
30
in with these
seconds left.
specters. Sneaking onto B side. I don't know if Panzer is aware. He's aware now. He is aware now. And Team FANGS doing really well here. Lost boss.
Spike down.
What a flash coming in and getting those 2 picks. Headshot machine.
10 seconds left.
He's gonna go in for the plant. He does have Kohli for support.
One enemy
And
remaining.
it's down to just Jin. I think he does have the operator and it is a decision for him to make. Does he go in for the save? Managed to get a Spectre. Will dash past his opponents and Kohli will be there with the presence of mind to pick him off, and Team Reckoning Esports will lose that round. Team FANGS are going to be the ones who come out on top, and that B-side push finally working out for them. Lost Boss doing a really good job with that flash and just jumping in to the B-side from A-Link and getting those 2 picks. But I think it was Headshot Machine who got the trade on him, went for the spike plant, and between him and Kohli they were able to defend pretty well. Despite Jin having an operator in his hands. With that, it looks like we are going to be going into a technical timeout, and this is coming from the side of Team FANGS. So we're going to take this opportunity to just take a quick look at the scoreboard. And Trist Boss once again bossing affairs with 19 and 14. He's been really destructive once again. But I think the standout player this time around has been, I was going to say Cactus, but it's actually Smoke A who's leading that list with 20 and 11. And I think we even saw a couple of times when he was missing those flashes and missing those shots. But in the end, I think he's found his form and he's found a good rhythm to sit into. And I think between him and Cactus, working really well together to construct this comeback. The scoreline was 5-0 in favor of Team Reckoning Esports, guys, in the first half. And Team FANGS from that position have now turned it around 11-8 in their favor. If you are a betting man or a woman right now, I would say you need to bet on Team FANGS because the momentum is with them. They've got the confidence, the economy. Take a look at this. Reckoning Esports, in fact, coming in with an eco round as well. So they just have a couple of sheriffs, 3 sheriffs maybe so far. And they're going to have to work it out. They're going to have to work it out. Team FANGS looking strong, looking confident, looking well coordinated as a team, as a group. Just to remind you guys that if Team FANGS does win this map, we are going to be heading over to Split, which is map number 3. And it's going to be Reckoning Esports who's going to be defending first. And a lot has been spoken about Split being a lopsided map and being defender-sided. And that being the case, Team Reckoning Esports should back themselves to have that one in the bag. But every time we have said that about Team FANGS, every time we have tried to write off Team FANGS, they've always found a way to turn it around, guys. They've always showed up with the goods. They've always been able to fight back against the odds. And so I'm not going to be the person who's going to say that Team FANGS doesn't have it in them, because they're just going to go and prove me wrong, as did Smoke A as well. Ooh, a blade stock push very aggressively from Jin, but Cactus is going to shut it down. He sees Lost Boss as well. He will get the headshot onto him. The trade coming in there. These sheriffs can be so menacing. Meanwhile, the spike has been taken in towards the seaside, which is completely empty. And the plant is going to go down. So Team FANGS are doing pretty well. It's going to be a C-long plant and they're going to have 3 or 4. In fact, all 4 players will be playing out of C-long. And it's going to be interesting to see how Team Reckoning Esports are going to counter this.
Joke's over! You're dead!
First off, it's going to be the run back, which will get shut down by Lost Boss. The molly coming in to prevent the spike from being plant from being defused. more trades, a whole lot of utility. Team FANGS here, down to the last two players. We are looking at a 2v2. I don't think there's enough time to defuse the spike. That should be the round in the bag for them. And Orange Leaf somehow finding a Vandal and choosing to save that. So that's a win for Team
Match
eSports.
point.
But match point for Team FANGS, and that's going to be a worry for them as well. A quick review of the economies suggests that both teams will be coming in with full buys in this round. Jin is once again on the operator. Where is he going to inflict that damage? I can't wait to see. On top of B, it looks like he's going to peek in B window, and if any player of Team FANGS is planning to get a peek onto B side, they will most likely be punished for it. It does look like Headshot Machine is considering it, but thankfully for him, has decided against it. Jin continues to monitor this area as the spike appears to be in the hands of Smoke A, and they are actually outside of C. Some presence being shown at mid from Cactus and Headshot Machine. So a very, very split approach. Lost boss. Was he going for a walk? I'm not quite sure what happened over there. An easy pick given, and now B side is the side that they've decided to go in. Smokey will get a pick onto Jin. Panzer is there to take the trade. Panzer picks up another kill. Gets eventually traded by Headshot Machine, and now the advantage surely with Team FANGS, and they will be looking to close this map out.
You are divided.
One enemy remaining.
Orange Leaf gets picked off as well. It's down to just Chris Boss. Gets a pick, but will get finished off by Maverick, and that is going to be map number 2 in the bag for Team FANGS, which means that we are all leveled up, folks. We are all leveled up at 1-1, and this means that we are headed into split for that tiebreaker. What a match that was. Let's take a quick view at the scoreboard. Trist Boss this time around looking like he's going to pick up the MVP award with those 5 first bloods. He was good, as he always is, but I want to talk about Smoke A. I know he had a rocky start, but in the end, really coming back and redeeming himself, doing really well. 21 and 13, really showing up for Team FANGS. Team FANGS, once again, 5-0 down in the first half, starts the construction of that comeback, and with that momentum into the second half, just finishing things off at 13-8, making it look so easy. I think the halftime scoreline was 6-6, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but 13-8 on the board. And what this means for them is that they are still in it and in contention for one of those final spots for our grand finals that are scheduled for tomorrow, guys. This is the scoreboard for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. We're going to be back very, very soon with map number 3. It's going to be split. But before doing that, I do want to talk about our Battle Pass. Our Battle Pass is currently live, guys, and we are going to be announcing 4 results today, 4 winners today. And it is still live, and we haven't picked out the next 4 which are going to be announced tomorrow, so you still have a chance to win if you're watching this. So make sure you guys follow our Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our Discord server, and head over to Instagram and drop a comment tagging 5 of your friends on our Battle Pass post, and you will be eligible as well. So the Battle Pass is still live. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that. I also want to take this moment to thank our music partners, Paloma and Adil. Paloma and Adil, guys, are a music duo, brilliant musicians. They make experimental electronic mood music with live guitars and pop jazz vocal melodies. And if you guys are enjoying the music on the stream, please jump into the description and show them your love and support. I've got their Spotify links for you guys down there. With that, we're going to head into a short break, very, very short break, and we'll be back with map number 3, which is going to be split, so don't go anywhere, guys. I'll see you guys on the other side.
We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, you're slipping away from me. It's getting hard plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, it's slipping away from me. It's getting hard to breathe. My dreams are calling my mind. 'Cause I'm sitting here all shot that those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. Things are going downhill like Orwell's 1984. Big brother, if you're watching, then I'm sick of keeping score. Losing myself to all the things I can't control. I'm tired of waiting, I'm tired of waiting for more. My dreams are dying, calling my mind. 'Cause I'm sitting here all shot that those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. Lost sight of those fairy tales were a lie. I'm feeling 19 and making plans for 35. The world keeps spinning through all my sleepless nights. It's easy to give up, but no, I'm not done trying. We're quick to burn out like a flame in the storm, trying hard to find a place where we belong. From one day to another, worrying on our tippy toes. Nobody preps you for the way that life unfolds. Watching all my years pass me by in a blink, looking back at all the things that could have been. Somebody slow time down, it's slipping away from me. It's getting hard to breathe. My dreams are dying, calling my mind. 'Cause I'm sitting here all shot that those fairy tales
Alright folks, it is time for map number 3. We are headed over to Split for this tiebreaker, and this has been neck and neck. Team Reckoning Esports taking away the first map on Ascent. Team FANGS having a thing or two to say about that on Haven, putting it back, and now we're looking at a 1-1 scoreline, even Stevens, and it's going to be down to who wins on Split to secure a spot in our grand finals tomorrow, folks. With that, I think pretty much everybody is in the lobby, so we're going to get going, and I'll see you guys on the other side in Agent Select. Don't go anywhere. Alright folks, let's get a quick update on the agents' compositions for this map on Split. This can be huge. On the side of Team Reckoning Esports, who are going to be the ones who will be defending first. Alright. We've got Panzer, who's going to continue to be on the Astra. He's been so consistent with that. Orange Leaf switches back to the Killjoy. Jin is now on the Jet once again. Lost Boss. Alright. Going on the Viper, a double controller composition. And Trist Boss is going to be on the Sage. Interesting one there.
Choose your
So
agent.
they have sacrificed a duelist / initiator, it does appear, to go in for the second controller. On the side of Team FANGS, Headshot Machine is going to be on the Killjoy. Kohli's switched over now to the Breach. Alright. Excited to see that. Smokey is going to be on the Reyna. Let's go, Smokey. Cactus is going to be on the Jet. And Maverick is going to be the controller on Omen. Interestingly, Team FANGS do not have a Sage, so I'm interested to see how they're going to be countering the mid push on defense. But that's going to be the second half of the map, because the first half they will have a tougher task on hands. They need to attack on Split, and we all know how difficult that can be, guys. It can be really, really difficult. By the way, that music video that was playing in the break is from Adil and Paloma. Paloma and Adil. So they're a music duo. They're brilliant musicians that are really bursting onto the indie music scene in India right now. They make experimental electronic mood music with live guitars and pop jazz vocal melodies. If you are enjoying the music, guys, that you're hearing on the stream, if you're enjoying the music videos, please make sure that you show them your support. The song that was playing just a little bit earlier was actually from Underground Authority, a band that Adil plays lead guitar for. So jump into the description, you'll find all their Spotify links. Show them your love and support, guys. It'll mean a lot. But for now, it is time for tonight's third map in this first semi-final. This is going to be the tiebreaker. The Sage wall has been put up, and it looks like Jin is in a little bit of trouble. Ooh, he could have secured a headshot there, but will eventually get picked off. And now, Reckoning Esports are outnumbered.
Spike planted.
We'll get one straight back. But that's just about it. Orange Leaf has way too much on his plate to do here. So much aggression from Team FANGS this time around, taking control of that A site with storm. Like a storm they came, guys. This aftershock could be deadly. What? Orange Leaf? What are you doing, Orange Leaf? Oh, he could have actually pulled it off, but he did not realize that Headshot Machine was actually in A main. And Team FANGS have picked up that round. Orange Leaf did give them a little bit of a scare. Take a look at the shot on Breach. What was that? And then a flick on to Reyna. Just couldn't figure out why the shots were coming in the end. And it is going to be Team FANGS who have picked up the first round, the pistol round. And we all know how important that can be. This means that they are going to go ahead and pick up a full buy. Let me just confirm that for you guys. And oh my goodness, they've even gone in for a phantom purchase, guys. So this is going to be interesting. I'm gonna follow Cactus very, very closely here. A mid push coming in here from the side of Reckoning Esports. They want to reciprocate this aggression FANGS here doing really good damage control.
One enemy remaining.
Down to just one player. In fact, it is just Lost Boss who is on the Viper. He's got a Sheriff in his hands. FANGS haven't lost a single player. So a good ploy here. They just want to push them back just a little bit. They didn't want it to become too easy for them. Gets one crispy headshot onto one of the players. I didn't quite catch who, but will get traded out. And with that, Team FANGS will post a second round on the board for themselves. We can catch a glimpse of that headshot once again. 3, 2, 1, boom. Wasn't able to get the follow-up shots though. And a second round on the board, predictably so. Expected to do that because they did come with the full buys. The Phantom safely tucked away. It always gives me anxiety when someone buys a rifle in the second hand, in the second round and loses it. Because that does a a lot of damage to your economy. But for now, Team FANGS, I want to see what kind of an approach they're going to take here. Once again, very quickly dashing onto site. Reckoning Esports have given them the site control completely. I think they just want to be a bit more measured in the way they are going to use their weapons on this round, because it is, folks, a full buy on the side of Team Reckoning Esports, and they need to make it count. Now I can see, folks, that Cactus is down to 10 HP, so he has been dinked by a Phantom headshot. Jin will get a pick onto headshot machine. Panzer gets a ping onto Tony. And Cactus doing a lot of damage here. And what just happened there? FANGS picked up a third round. I thought Team Reckoning Esports was starting to string together a couple of kills onto A main, but very quickly the tides changed. And Team FANGS have posted a third round. They've pulled off the bonus. What do you do when you pull off a bonus? Do you go in for another bonus? No, surely go in for those upgrades, guys. And as a result of that, Team Reckoning Esports are pulling out an eco round. I can see Lost Boss does have a Spectre with half shields.
You can't catch
and
us.
3 Sheriffs. Needless to say, a full buy round coming in from Team FANGS, and you have to back them to pick this round up as well, guys. It has to be said. Looking at the economies and looking at the gun compositions, slowing things down just a little bit.
Shadows traveling.
They don't want to overcommit or be over-aggressive and end up losing a round that was definitely there for the taking for them. And so I think this is a good move at this point. They're just going to wait it out and probably make the move in the last 30 seconds of the round.
Here.
Great display of patience here. Cactus surely asking for a flash from... Oh no! Trist Boss denying Cactus entry despite Lost Boss being flashed. He was able to pull out his Sheriff in time and get that pick, and now FANGS Maverick is there to get the trade onto Jen. Headshot Machine gets a couple of more kills. Smokey picks off another, and all of a sudden is down to just Panzer. He's on the wrong bomb site. Will get picked off by Headshot Machine, and Team FANGS here starting off really strongly. Reckoning Esports nervously glancing over their shoulders. Surely 4-0 down on split in defense. Ooh. I'm sure there are a few nervous jitters at this point of time in the Reckoning Esports camp. In terms of the guns, both the teams will be coming in with a full buy this time around. But take a look at FANGS' economy. They're so close to the 9,000 mark. They do have 3 ultimates, and I think Headshot Machine is going to pull out the lockdown. There you go. The lockdown's going to come out. Lost Boss does have the Viper ultimate as an option as well, but he is not on site. And they're not yet convinced that this is going to be a full commitment from Team FANGS. No players detained. Trist Boss doing really well here to get a pick onto Headshot Machine. And the slow orbs will at least slow them down in this plant, if not stop them. There goes the Reina Empress, and Trist Boss continuing to do the damage. It doesn't matter which agent he's playing, folks. It doesn't matter. He's going to be the same lethal version of himself. Team FANGS this time around, a little bit outnumbered. And a 5v3 retake is what we're about to witness. And a Killjoy lockdown just to make it a little bit easier. It is going to be forcing Smoker to change position. A couple of quick picks and Cactus.
Poison's gone.
It's only a matter of time before he gets picked off, and he will. Team Reckoning Esports will be happy to finally get off the mark in Split, putting the first round on the board. The scoreline, folks, now moving to 4-1. So it does look like we're not going to see a KO pick in this first semi-final at least. And it's hard not to sound disappointed. I mean, we saw a team True Rippers yesterday, Paradox, using KO to great effect. And stay tuned, guys, because semi-final 2, True Rippers is going to be playing Team Tempest. And we might be seeing another KO pick. And I really hope we get to see that. It'll be interesting to see how Team Tempest will prepare for that counter as well. If you guys are new to Valorant, KO is a brand new agent that has been dropped in the new patch, and it hasn't even been 3 days since his release. And so I was super shocked to see a player in the tournament, in our tournament yesterday, going in with a KO pick and actually made it work really well. And it'll be interesting to see if we see that in the second semi-final. That is going to be at 10 PM, guys, in case you're wondering. It's in under an hour from now. Round number 6. Very cautious approach here from Team FANGS. They don't want to put a step wrong, but there you go. They just did. Cactus will get taken down by Jin, who is watching with the operators. Follow him back. Chris Cross will take some damage here, and Jin somehow missing this next op shot. Kohli is there to pick him off.
Left.
And Lost Boss doing a lot of damage control. This Boss and Lost Boss together have single-handedly shut down this push, and Reckoning Esports will post a second round for themselves. And you felt that Team FANGS was actually starting to make some progress towards this B site, especially taking down the Opper. But it wasn't to be. Eventually it was Twist Boss and Lost Boss shutting things down for them on B side and putting away that second round in the bag. That's going to help in terms of their confidence. It's going to help in terms of their economies. There you go. Their economies are looking better. Both teams coming in with full buys. Jin once again is going to be on the operator. Gets the first pick. Hasn't dashed out yet. Ooh, wanted to go for the second pick. Was a little bit greedy over there. Will get picked off as he was trying to exit. Now Triss Boss does have a revive. Does he go in for the revive? Will he survive this? There's a nice little crossfire which Panzer has just dismantled. Ooh, he did go in for the revive, and now a 5v3 retake coming in from Reckoning Esports. Maverick will go down. It is down to just Cactus. He will get picked off as well. Absolutely outnumbered, and Reckoning Esports putting in a masterclass of how to retake a site. At just the loss of one player, they've executed this retake to perfection, guys, and will post a third round on the board. So if you were thinking that Team FANGS was starting to run away with this game and sort of taking that momentum with them, think again, because Reckoning Esports are here to compete too.
I should play some Astral Stars in this reality.
3-4 now on the scoreboard, and
Let's see now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the pressure is still very much on Reckoning Esports because the split is a defender-sided map, and you would expect that they take away at least 7 or 8 rounds, if not more, into the second half. And the way Team FANGS have played so far, they've already secured 4 rounds for themselves, and a lot of people would say that that might already be enough. But we're going to have to wait and see. This Killjoy utility is going to hurt. He will get taken down though by Cactus dashing onto site, and a very similar approach to what we saw in the first pistol round in this game. Coming in with haste. 4v5 retake. this time around, Reckoning Esports are the ones who are going to be a little bit outnumbered. And that Omen ultimate, where has it taken him? Well, actually, he's already dead. I think he was on spawn. So Maverick pulling out the ultimate. Maybe it was perhaps not the best time or not even needed. But that does mean that they've lost a player. This boss here continuing to doing more damage here. Jin does have the operator. Lost boss gets a pick onto screens.
This is nothing. Last player
And
standing.
these shots did connect eventually. And Smokey will be there to pick off both these kills. And will not survive the spike
Last
explosion
player
surely.
standing.
But more importantly, will secure the round and a 5th round on the board with every round that Team FANGS picks up, guys. The pressure on Reckoning Esports is building more and more. And not to say that they're not going to be able to do something similar on attack. It's just probability and looking at the win rate on split for the side that attacks first. You have to think that they're in a strong position already. And sometimes just being in a good position can sort of unlock another gear in your confidence and your momentum.
Still inside.
And does look like it's going to be another push in towards this A-sided. Orange Leaf through the smoke has picked up 2 kills here and done his job as a sentinel to defend the side. Cactus is going to come face to face. Will pick off Cactus as well. Reckoning Esports now. Maverick will get a pick on the first boss. Headshot machine gets a pick as well. So 3 quick picks coming in from FANGS, and now we're all square. It's a 2 versus 2.
Last player
But
standing.
Headshot machine will get taken
Spike
down, and now it's down to
A.
just Maverick. He is on 120 HP. He doesn't know the position of Lost Boss, and for that he is going to pay dearly. It is going to be another round for Team Reckoning Esports, and they need to really pick up more rounds here. It came down to a 2v2, and I thought Team FANGS was doing so well. But it wasn't to be. And Team Reckoning Esports will pick up that final kill. 4-5 folks on the board. And surely Reckoning Esports wants all 3 of the remaining rounds in this half. And they will definitely consider anything lesser than 7-5 inadequate. Or maybe I'm wrong, but we'll have to wait and find out. That flash is going to catch off Jin. Gamble with that first shot and get the dash out and just run out of there. Continuing to hold this off here. Trist Boss again. Trist Boss with
Spike
that
down,
shutdown on B Heaven. 3 kills. This man, folks, has been so good in this whole tournament. It doesn't matter which agent he's playing. We saw him play Raze, we've seen him play Phoenix, and now on Sage has been so effective, and he picks up those impact kills, those crucial picks for his team. And with that, Reckoning Esports squaring things up. The scoreline now at 5-5. A quick look at the scoreboard, guys. It does look like Orange Leaf and Trist Boss and Lost Boss are all doing pretty well. 10-6 and 9-6 for each of them. Cactus on the side of Team FANGS has been pretty good as well. In terms of the ultimates, the lockdown is an option for Reckoning Esports in case they need to figure out a retake. It might just come into play here. In fact, this one's going to be the lockdown coming in from Headshot Machine. The attacker-sided lockdown. Lost Boss is tucked away into the corner.
Flash out!
And Cactus will go ahead and punish him for staying in
down,
the site.
B.
Panzer is also on site. And Team FANGS haven't been able to deal with the danger of Panzer. He's still lurking on site. The spike hasn't gone down. Oh, and there you go. The kill will come in. Maverick has been very accurate with that headshot. In fact, it was a wallbang as well. I think Jin has an operator on Heaven. Maverick should not pick this angle, as the lockdown will get pulled out. Ooh, I think he spotted Jin's head. He did spot Jin's head. He did pick him as well. Headshot Machine will pick him up eventually, and Team FANGS will pick up a 6th round just in the nick of time, as one player does get detained. It won't matter in the end.
Last round.
It will not matter in the end, and now a 6th round on the board for Team FANGS. This could be big, guys. this could be big. Let's take a quick review. Let's do a quick check on the economies. Will Team Reckoning Esports be able to afford a full buy? Yes, the answer is yes. So nothing to panic about for them yet. They can pull this round back 6-6. It's a tough scoreline to go into the second half, especially if you're on the defense and if you don't have the momentum with you. And Team FANGS have definitely been the masters of momentum so far in this tournament. On 2 occasions coming back from a losing position and stealing the match away from their opponent. And there you go, this time around Team FANGS. Once again, a lot of presence in A side, and I think it is going to be a fake. The use of a breach rolling thunder to simulate a push onto A side, and with that headshot machine will get the pick onto Panzer, who was the only player for Reckoning Esports on B side, and now they have full control of B side except for Trist Boss here. Trist Boss continues to be a nuisance for Team FANGS. He does have the resurrection as an option as well. Let's just see if he can get around to using it. A 4v4 retake. The Blaze Storm is an option for Jin. And looks like he's the player who's going to be jumping in first. He will get stunned. Orange Leaf will get taken down. Smokey will be there to pick off Jin as well. Lost Boss. It is down to just him. It's a 1v2 situation. 4 bullets in his magazine.
One enemy remaining.
That's all he needs to get the headshot. He's going to try and go for the defuse. And it wasn't to be. And Team FANGS will pick up a 7th round, folks. Team Reckoning Esports surely now will be a little bit worried. And take a look at this composure, guys, from Lost Boss. 4 bullets in the mag if he takes his time to aim for the head. That's the right way to do it, kids, if you guys are watching this right now. But Kohli was not going to allow it, obviously. And a 7th round on the board. And on split, if you're finished with 7 rounds on attack and it's your turn to defend, yeah, I would say the odds are in your favor. And I'm going to stick my neck out and I'm going to say this. I think it's going to be, this match is definitely leaning towards Team FANGS at this moment. It looks like we are going to be going into another technical pause, this time coming in from Team Reckoning Esports. Gives us a chance to review the scoreboard once again. 12-9 Cactus has been good for his team, and I'm excited to see how early he's going to be able to pull out the operator and shut down that mid-section, considering they don't have a Sage. And on the side of Team Reckoning Esports, Lost Boss seems to be finding a good vein of form. 12-8 for him as well. That was a short technical timeout, and looks like we're going to be all set to go. This is the business end of semi-final 1. It all comes down to this, folks. Who is going to come out on top of this half is going to be the one who's going to go ahead and secure the first spot in our grand finals tomorrow.
Placing alarm bot.
Alright, looks like the technical pause is going to extend for a little bit longer. Folks, I want to take this opportunity to speak about our Battle Pass, which is currently live still. And we are going to be announcing the first 4 winners tonight. And you guys still have the option of registering for it. We are giving away 8 battle passes, and all you gotta do is subscribe to our YouTube, join us on Discord, and follow us on Instagram, and leave a comment with 5 of your friends tagged on our battle pass post, and just like that you are eligible and you might be one of the 8 battle pass winners. For now, guys, the match has begun.
Going up.
A quick rush on to this B site from Reckoning Esports. Jin will be there to get a pick onto Maverick. A trade coming in from Kohli, who was on site. He's still on site. Alright. He is still on site. He will get spotted out by that turret here. This wall is going to deny him any access to the spike. He needs to break it immediately. Just knifing every part of that wall, trying to make it a weak structure so he can take him down. He knows somebody's watching from this back of side, so he wants to stun them beforehand. That's a good idea. Playing beautifully together there, but in the end it is down to just Kohli, and I think there's too much for him to do. There might just be a little bit too much for him to do. It is going to be a first pistol round in the bag for Team Reckoning Esports, and they've started the second half really well. The scoreline, folks, now moving to 7-6. And Team Reckoning Esports will be relieved. They needed that first round. They really did. Because if they did lose the first round, a scoreline would have looked like 5-8, and most likely they would have lost the next round as well, because the opposition would push them with a full buy, and then the scoreline would have moved to 9-5. So I think they've done themselves a huge favor here by picking up that pistol round, and Maverick might take some damage from that snake bite. Lost boss definitely spotted him. It is going to be a save round coming in for Team FANGS. Cactus does have a shotty in his hand. I'm interested to see if this works out for him. Ooh, shows himself here. Needs to change position now. The Astral Orb, the pull coming immediately. She was going to be able to take it back, and now take a look at FANGS' position. Team FANGS' position here. Take a look at this double peek. Panzer needs to be careful here. He has a bulldog, and that can be big. And what's happening here? Why are they making noise? Why did they move out of that position? Oh, the timing on that has allowed Team Reckoning Esports to really move onto side, and looks like the spike is going to go down. A 4v5 retake is going to be very difficult with the weapons that they have.
Spike planted.
FANGS in smoke A is so low. Will get taken down by RGE's Orange Leaf. This wall's about to break any second now. Oh, that combo move with Creep and Cactus did not work out for him. Trisboss was too quick with that Spectre, and they will post a flawless round on the board for themselves and will level things up on split. The scoreline, folks, is now at 7-7. That combo move with Breach and Jet somehow just hasn't worked out for them yet. And if they start to do that, if they start to make that combo work, it could be very dangerous for Team Reckoning Esports. That option they don't have. Reckoning Esports do not have a breach. They don't have a strong flashing agent. In fact, they don't have a flashing agent at all. They don't have a flashing agent at all. And now a full buy round coming in from FANGS. They need to make this one count. Reckoning Esports will be playing out the bonus. Trisboss is going to go ahead and wall off that section of the mid vents, signaling to Team FANGS that they want to push B heavy. Kohli has been so annoying with those flashes and that aftershock. Cactus here, ooh, doing the damage, doing his job well, getting those 2 picks. Lost boss has picked up Maverick on B side, but that doesn't matter because the spike is now in B heaven. Team FANGS having a slight advantage in terms of numbers. The 3 versus 2. Lost boss, this peak is going to be big. He needs to turn around. He needs to look left.
Last player standing.
He does not, and Lost boss will punish him for it. And Cactus will pick up a 4K for himself. Thank you very much, sir, he says. 7-8 on the board. Team FANGS will pick up their first round in the second half, and the first gun round going their way, and that's always big. But bear in mind, Team Reckoning Esports were on a bonus round, so they were coming in with those Spectres. And this time around, we are going to be seeing a fuller buy from them. Rifles all around with full shields and hopefully all the utility as well.
Time for a field test.
Interesting that Orange Leaf has chosen to not pick up an alarm bot. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Cactus briefly flirting with the idea of shooting someone down in mid and then dashing out. In terms of map positioning, Orange Leaf seems to be the only player from Team Reckoning Esports on the side of A. He does not have the spike with him, which is currently closer to the B side. Lost boss here. Elsewhere, Reckoning Esports have managed to pick up a pick onto Headshot Machine, and that could be big because it is the Sentinel on A side. They have picked off, but who? They are not aware. They are not aware that Smokey was on A side as well. And he's going to make life difficult for them. He needs to worry about Trist Boss. Trist Boss is there from CT to get the pick. Cactus will get the trade on him. But Team FANGS now a little bit outnumbered. They are a little bit outnumbered. And what's the move here? Where's the spike going? The spike is going towards the B side.
30 seconds
and this has
left.
come as a surprise to Team
Spike
FANGS.
planted.
As they now need to figure out how they make this retake happen. They do have the Blade Storm as an option. Both players heading in towards Heaven. A quick look at the post plant positions here. There is a player in Heaven in mail room, and this could be
One enemy remaining.
dangerous for them. And just like that, in the blink of an eye, Team Reckoning Esports were able to hold them off, and they did have the man advantage, so it doesn't come as a surprise that they will do that. And they did have two players in mid, just in case that Killjoy was going to get picked off. Lost Boss was there as well, and he would have ensured that there was some damage control there. And even Stevens, folks, 8-8 on split. This is anyone's game. A quick look at economies. Team FANGS, as a result of that loss, are now having to force going to an eco round. And looks like it is going to be a mid push from at least 2 or 3 of their players. Oh, FANGS, Cactus. Another pick here. Can he get a third? Can he get a third? This could be huge. This could be big. Doesn't get a third though. I think he did manage to get a pick. And Kohli here getting a pick. Oh my god, Team FANGS. Are they going to pull off a thrifty here? Jin under a lot of pressure. Orange Leaf will get a pick. And looks like Team FANGS will complete a thrifty round. And that is unbelievable. Full credit to them, folks. Full credit to them. Pushing out of mid. Wow. That was amazing. That was amazing. A thrifty round in the bag for Team FANGS.
Get out of my way!
Cactus with the operator will make it count as
Spike
Trist
down
Boss will
A.
fall. Cactus gets traded by Jin on the Blade Storm right now. Smokey is holding a strange off angle here. Can he make it work? And looks like Team Reckoning Esports are quite happy to fall back here. I think they'll be quite disappointed with the last round, and I think they were aware that it was going to be an eco round coming in from Team FANGS, and maybe they weren't just prepared for that push coming in. But take nothing away. I mean, Cactus deserved that round. The way he played with his Blade Storm, rushing out of mid in combination with the breach. And now it looks like Team Reckoning Esports do want to commit. Ooh, I don't know if Lost Boss saw the gun, the muzzle of Maverick's gun there. He is holding a position that can be very, very dangerous. The paranoia will come in along with the rolling thunder as well. And Orange Leaf will get a pick here. Oh, Jin is going to go and get a pick off as well. And Team Reckoning
10
eSports,
seconds
how have
left.
they done this? They made it look easy. Smokey is the last player alive. It's a 1v4.
Spike planted.
It'll take some doing from him. Gets one.
Still in sight.
Gets two.
Cutting
It's
their
now a 1v2. He's got 12 bullets in his magazine.
One enemy
Gets
remaining.
three. Smoke A. Will complete that clutch. Are you kidding me, Smoke A? A 1v4 situation. He comes out on top. Will secure round number 10. 14 fangs. Yes, he will. Yes, he will, folks. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. The composure. The composure with which he did this. Picked off all the players one by one. It was time for the killjoy in the end. Rotating around. And wasn't exactly a crisp headshot, but he made it work. He made it work. And pull back a round from Team Reckoning Esports' hands. Team FANGS, what a round that was. And well played to Smoke A. And we've been talking about his agent selection and how he was so menacing on the Jet on Ascent yesterday, or in the round 1 match rather. And this time around, we saw him, switch around. We saw him on the Killjoy. We saw him on the Phoenix. And while he was doing a great job on all those agents, I do think he does the best when he is on a duelist. And I think he's showing that today on the Reyna. We are in a timeout right now. And I think this has been called by Team Reckoning Esports. They just want to recover from what just happened. And obviously, we're at a very, very important stage in this game. 8-10. Team FANGS can smell the victory ahead of them. They just need 2 rounds to put away this match and confirm their slot in the grand finals tomorrow. Remember, folks, they are playing for a big prize pool, 50,000 rupees. So there's a lot to play for. The timeout is complete and we now get going with round number 19. A lot of presence here. Outside of A, not showing presence, but there are a couple of players. They do have the spike with them as well. It looks like Cactus has missed his operator shot in mid and Jin has got the first pick for Team Reckoning Esports. That will help. That will help to settle the nerves. They do have a man advantage. Look at how measured their approach has been in this round. They need to deal with Smoke A though. Smoke A, take a look at the position he's put on his turn on his Empress. Gets taken down. Headshot machine. Headshot machine. 3 picks here for him. And Smoke A will absolutely disappear after landing. That headshot is down to just 1 player. It is Orange Leaf. He's managed to recover the spike. Team Reckoning Esports did get the first pick in this round. But now all of a sudden, with only 12 seconds on the clock, I think he might just be forced to go in for the save. And this is huge for Team FANGS, folks. An 11th round going to go on the board for the defenders. And I don't want to jinx it yet, but I think I called it a little bit earlier on. Team Reckoning Esports, if they want to come back from this position, they've got some work on the hands, guys. They've got some work on the hands. But can we talk for a second about how Headshot Machine and Smoke A absolutely shut down that A site for Team Reckoning Esports? Unbelievable. Top tier Valorant, guys. Top tier Valorant. That's what we're watching right now. If you guys are enjoying this, make sure to click on that subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram, guys. Like our stream. It all helps. It all helps. And we're going to be streaming a whole lot of tournaments just like this in the coming months as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed and don't miss out on the action. Not to mention, we are going to do a lot of Battle Pass giveaways as well and more fun giveaways in the future. So if you don't want to miss out on that fun stuff, make sure you are subscribed and following all our socials. The Cosmic Divide has been pulled out. This is coming in from the attacker's side. So this is coming in from Panzer. And what this does is that it gives them some opportunity to move into its side. But take a look at the angles that Team FANGS are holding right now. Maverick is boosted up on top of this position. Not to mention Cactus is on the operator. And despite using the ultimate, using the Cosmic Divide, Reckoning Esports deciding to not commit. Interesting. And they haven't rotated yet. They are still sticking around outside B, so they might just continue on this push, but just in a different pace. And Maverick, wow, what a shutdown from him. That position was huge. And Trispos will try to undo that damage a little bit by way of a revive.
30 seconds left.
It's all even right now, and the Viper's ultimate is pulled out here. He's desperately, desperately trying to stop that plant from going down. Headshot machine doing well here. Team FANGS, they are fighting back. They are biting back. The defender-sided Killjoy has been pulled out as well, and this means that Team FANGS will complete that retake, and that is going to be round number 12 for them. I think Lost Boss was playing on a couple of lineups, so he had to stay alive, and more importantly, his team had to stay alive as well. But Team FANGS
Match point.
are making it look easy on split, guys. I'm not gonna lie. 12-8 match point. And Team FANGS now has an opportunity to close this match down completely, secure their berth in the grand finals tomorrow. And Team Reckoning Esports, you guys are up. You guys are up now. What have you got? So 3 Spectres coming in from them this time around. 2 rifles. It's gonna be a little bit tough for them. Cactus, I wanna see where he's opping though. Alright, so he's gonna be peeking outside of A main, and it's going to be a little bit disappointed because there's only one player here. It is Orange Leaf. And the rest of Team Reckoning Esports inching their way towards this mid-section. Panzer will get a useful kill onto Smoke A, and that's what they needed, the first pick, and they're moving in towards this A side. But little do they know that Cactus is waiting for them with an operator. Pulls out the ultimate as well. Oh, and he misses that Blade Storm shot onto Orange Leaf, who will get picked off by Headshot Machine eventually.
Swarm grenade out.
And Reckoning Esports started out this round so well. Now with the man disadvantage, FANGS do have a real good chance to close things off here. Not if Lost Boss has a thing or two to say about that. They do have control of the spike. 42 seconds on the clock. A rotation can be on. The rotate is an option. And I think they are trying to make their way in. But Lost Boss will be taken down by Maverick in mid. And that lurk is proving to be so effective.
30 seconds left.
This is going to force Orange Leaf back on towards this A side. He has a lot of room to work with. 20 seconds on the clock. He's going to commit to this plant. Kohli with that breach stun coming in from the CT side, and it looks like Maverick is going to be on Heaven. A really well positioned Paranoia. I think Orange Leaf is blind. He will take down FANGS as Kohli. There's just 7 bullets in his magazine. And it's going to be FANGS as Maverick who's going to come out on top of that, folks. You know what this means. This means we do have our first finalist confirmed for tomorrow. It is going to be Team FANGS who are going to come out on top of this match. What a game we just witnessed, folks. And did I call it or what? The team that defends second on Split. Always, man. Split has always been that kind of a map. And straight off the bat, 7 rounds in attack. I think Team FANGS did brilliantly to get 7 rounds in attack. 322 their average combat score from Cactus. 24 and 16. Absolutely dominating this match. 6 first bloods. Very impressive from him. And with that, folks, we do have our first finalist confirmed for our League Ego India Invitational version 2.0. Much credit to Team Reckoning Esports. We saw them put on an impressive performance yesterday in round number 1, and they actually started things off, picked up map number 1 here as well, and somehow just lost their way on Haven, and then eventually in Split just could not cope with the aggression that FANGS was showing in that first half. Wow, what a game that was, guys. I really enjoyed it. At this point, we are going to be coming back live with our next semi-final, which is going to be at 10 p.m. So we do have a 20-minute pause. So be sure I want to just be sure that you guys come back for the 10 p.m. stream. But just before I leave you guys, I want to talk just a little bit about our US tournament, which is planned for next week. It does have a $500 prize pool. It's a winner take all, so it is a little bit different from our tournament in that regard. We have some fresh teams, young players raring to go, and it's going to be casted by my friend Just Alex, and it's going to be a hoot. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Paloma and Adil. Paloma and Adil are two brilliant musicians, guys. They are bursting onto the indie music scene in India right now. They make experimental electronic mood music with pop jazz vocal melodies. And if you guys are enjoying the music you've been listening to on the stream, then make sure to go in and show your support. The Spotify links are available in the description. Lastly, we are running our Battle Pass event. It is still live, and we are going to be announcing the first 4 winners tonight after the second semi-final. And you still stand a chance to win. It's not closed yet. All you gotta do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, join our Discord server, and leave a comment tagging 5 of your friends on Instagram on the Battle Pass post on our Instagram page. And if you do these things, you are eligible to win, and there's a good chance that you will be one of the 8 Battle Pass winners that's going to be announced either today or tomorrow. With that, guys, that brings our stream pretty much to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to click that like button, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to come back for our 10 p.m. stream. It's going to be a semi-final number 2, the Tempest versus True Rippers. I'm really excited to cast that match for you guys, and also to see who's going to pick up that second Grand Finals spot in tomorrow's Grand Finals on Saturday. With that, guys, that brings our stream to an end. I will see you guys at 10 p.m. and on your way out, make sure you guys enjoy this song. This one is called We're Not Gonna Give Up by Underground Authority.